it was midnight, we had nowhere to stay, and we were hungry, thirsty, and everything. It was awful. Hi guys, and welcome back to Monica's Travels. This is the third series of my Q&A, of me answering Q&A questions. And I am so happy that I'm receiving so many questions. I didn't expect that, and thank you for that, for being interested in my travels, in me, and so on. So let's start with the questions, but first please don't forget to like this video and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I have so many videos to share with you from the European Alps, European capitals, from Seychelles, from Romania. I have lots of content that I will post on YouTube very soon. So subscribe and stay tuned. So the first question of this video is, do you miss home? And this is a very interesting question because I was thinking about that today. Yes, I am starting to miss home. I am starting to miss my family, my friends, our apartment, food from Romania. We've been struggling a little bit with food here because restaurants are overpriced, and in the supermarket we aren't finding a lot of different things. We are eating a lot of toast, rice, potatoes, and pasta mostly. So I miss eating more fruit, more vegetables. But we will soon be back in Europe, and that won't be a problem anymore. But anyways, even if we are struggling a little bit with food, and I'm missing a little bit home, I love it here in Seychelles. It's very beautiful. It's one of my favorite countries. It's very nice here. The next question is, do you like Seychelles? I just told you that yes, I like Seychelles very much, and I may visit it again too in the future. This is how much I like it. The beaches are very nice. The people are very friendly. Other than the prices, everything is perfect. The prices are a little bit too high everywhere. From car rental to taxis to accommodations, I feel like it's a little bit overpriced, but it's very beautiful. So I don't know, I think it's worth it. The next questions come from a nice friend from school that I have, and she asked me in Romanian, so I will translate now in English. She asked me multiple questions, and the first one is how I plan my trips. For example, how I find the locations and what I take into consideration, like plane prices for some specific time frames, recommendations, and so on. So for this, I will have to tell you exactly how I plan a trip. For example, this one is Seychelles. Because I've been a lot in the past year in capital cities, I wanted to try something new. So I wanted to go either to the beach or to the mountains. I was tired of capital cities, so I decided to go somewhere hot, because in Europe it's been very cold the past months. So I decided to go somewhere hot, like outside of Europe, because Europe is still pretty cold. I wanted to go to the beach, so I looked for different countries that have very good beaches, and I looked for the travel restrictions there, and a lot of countries have bad travel restrictions like quarantine and so on. So I avoided those, and I was left with a list of countries where I could travel in this spring. And for example, I could travel to Mauritius, but the flight prices were pretty high. I couldn't find any prices below 600 euros. And then I looked for Dominican Republic, for example, and I think the prices were also pretty high for this period of time. And then I looked for some other countries, and in the end, the best option for me was from Rome to Seychelles, which was, I think, 500 euros. This is still a little bit high, but I really wanted to go outside Europe for the first time since the pandemic started, and I was willing to give 100 euros more than usual for doing this. So Seychelles was our final decision, and I don't regret it at all. Anyways, this is how we decided Seychelles. And then in general, I look at not only at flights from Romania, but I also look at flights from surrounding countries, for example, Italy, Hungary, France, and so on, because flights in Europe are pretty cheap with low-cost airlines, but the biggest price is to go outside of Europe. So I found a flight from my city to Rome for only 10 euros, and then it was just 500 euros from Rome to Seychelles, which is a pretty good deal. From Bucharest it was, I think, 800 or 900 euros, so I would have lost a lot of money. Then let's see the next question. What sites do you recommend that offer information about what you should do when you arrive to a specific destination? This is a very interesting question. So I am looking everywhere for recommendation. I start by searching on Google top things to do in Seychelles, and then I save them on Google Maps. I search for those places recommended and I save them in the saved list, and then I take a look on Facebook groups, I take a look on Reddit groups, and then after checking on all the sources possible for tips, I am also looking on the Google Maps. So I am zooming in on the map, and then Google will recommend you some places automatically, so you will see the photo icon of attractions, and this way I can find some hidden gems that are not recommended on Google, that have just 10 or 20 reviews. This way I found lots of beautiful hidden gems, for example in Hawaii and Malta and so on. So this is a tip that I don't think many people use, but I always use. It's a little bit time consuming, but it's worth it, I'm telling you. So mostly blog posts will help you a lot from other travelers. You will find lots of blog posts on Google. You also should take a look at YouTube videos, because there are people sharing videos of those places too, and you will see better where you should go and how it looks like. The next question is, have you ever had a bad experience with locals? Situations in which you felt in danger. Specifically with locals, no, nobody put me in danger really, but a situation in which I felt in danger was in the Philippines, but nobody put me in danger. It was the situation itself that seemed dangerous, because we didn't have battery left. We had very heavy backpacks on our backs, on our shoulders. It was midnight, we had nowhere to stay, and we were hungry, thirsty, and everything. It was awful. You can see the story in the video about wild Filipino people. You will also see some other stories in that video too that are very interesting. I really recommend you to check that video. I will leave it in the description down below, or you can check it on my YouTube channel. I don't have that many videos, so it should be pretty easy to find it. Other than that experience, I don't think I've ever had a bad experience. People were friendly in most places where I went to, and I am very thankful I didn't have bad experiences, because I know there are many people having bad experiences all around the world. So I am also trying to be very careful. It depends. I think it depends on luck here. Okay, so I think I have one more question. So this question asks, this person asks me if, actually I think there were two questions. Yes, there were two questions. So they are asking me who is the one between me and my fiance who is planning trips, and who pays for them. So I will take them separately. Who pays for the trips? we split our trips, our costs. So I pay for my part, Mike pays for his part. This was until a few months ago. We were using the Splitwise application, and it's great for people who, I don't know, who travel together and want to an easy way to split expenses and so on. But in the past months, we just stopped using it because it was a bit time consuming. So I don't know, we are getting married, so we decided to stop wasting so much time on splitting all the costs, all the dollar, each dollar and so on. So sometimes I am paying for the entire accommodation, sometimes he is paying for the entire accommodation. One day I pay at the restaurant, one day he pays at the restaurant. So I think pretty much we are still splitting mostly because both of us pay for big expenses. Like I paid for this accommodation, for the flights, and Mike paid for the restaurants and for the first accommodation. So it's pretty much equal without using an application. The first question was who plans the entire trip, and that is definitely me. I am the one who plans everything, and I am the one who looks for flights, accommodations, car rental, what to do, what to see. I think it's pretty obvious because I'm always talking about this, about how to plan your trip, how to find your flight and so on. So I think this is my specialty. I also enjoy it, but I wouldn't do it for a living. I mean, I wouldn't have a travel agency to offer this. I am doing this for us, so I wouldn't imagine doing it for a job, but I enjoy doing it. Anyways, these are all the questions. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you want to support me, please just leave a like down below and please subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that. And I am very thankful for all of you that subscribe to my channel and all of you that are watching my videos. And I hope you have a great day. You can find me on Instagram at MonicaStravels and my blog betravels.com. Thank you so much again for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.